Have you ever wondered about reincarnation? Ever had the feeling that maybe you've been here before and possibly lived before? Or maybe you visited some historic site, some site where some high energy events occurred in the past, and you feel kind of a resonant energy that is almost like a deja vu, as though you can see and feel that you have been there before. You know that in 3 of the world's great religions, there is a deeply held belief in reincarnation. Hinduism, Buddhism, and Taoism, which between the 3 of them have the majority of the human population of the planet, they believe in reincarnation. And in the Jewish religion also, there has been, in various areas, at various times, belief in reincarnation. In fact, in the New Testament, if you take a look at Matthew chapter 17, verses 10 through 12, that's where Jesus and the disciples discuss the possibility that John the Baptist was Elijah reincarnated. And so that was part of Jewish belief at that time in history. And then in James, there's a wonderful little passage in James chapter 3, verse 6, where James talks about the tongue is a fire. He says the tongue is a fire staining our whole self. He says that it sets on fire the wheel of birth. And that's a literal translation of the Greek. Your Bible probably, when you read it, says cycle of nature, but it really says wheel of birth. And the wheel of birth was a major part, is a major part. They call it in the Eastern religions, the wheel of samsara. The other thing about reincarnation is that a tremendous number of people, more than you think, have memories that they have no explanation for. They just remember certain elements and aspects of having lived. They kind of shine through the fog of normal life. And so you have a lot of people who believe in reincarnation because of their memories. Interestingly, if you study reincarnation, I would advise you to remember that it doesn't happen in linear time. Linear time is calendar time. Linear time is the way we measure years. When the spirit, the soul, which is the true and lasting eternal essence of a person, when the soul departs the body at death, the soul transcends time and space in a setting that you may call eternity. And so our memories of having lived before don't always stack up in linear history. So you can't necessarily say that you had lived between 1897 and 1952. It doesn't work that way. Your soul is an eternal entity, and reincarnation is just a way we have of understanding that we belong to this universe and that we identify fully and deeply with all the things we see around us, with history, with all the things that we experience, that we belong to this universe and we belong eternally. Thanks so much for watching.